Hello and welcome back to Drawing with Mrs. Mills. I'm so happy to see you today on the third day of our lessons. And today I have an unusual supply for you. Today you're going to get to use an egg. Make sure that it's okay with your grown-ups that you use an egg. A hard-boiled egg, that's what I have, will work. Or you can use a plastic like Easter egg, or you can have a grown-up help you blow a raw egg, get the egg part out, and then just use the shell. Really anything that's shaped like an egg would work. But you're gonna do something to your egg today. You're gonna take a Sharpie, and you're gonna draw that cross line, just like we did yesterday when we were talking about the face. You can use any marker. I'm using a Sharpie. And you want the eye line to be, let's see, a little higher than halfway up. Because this is going to help you today when you draw your faces. So what you're going to practice doing is setting up a face. And you're going to look at your egg. And you're going to start just straight on. Now just like our egg, our face is narrower at the top, narrower at the bottom at the chin, there's the face, and wider at the top. And then you're going to put those cross lines in. So that's straight on, okay? So that's your first thing you should draw right here. After that, if you want to practice rotating the egg and drawing where your lines go as you rotate it, that's going to be really good practice. And this is really going to set you up for drawing faces in the future. Now remember, you could tilt your egg this way or this way, and that's going to change what your cross lines look like. Now I'll do one tilted. So as I tilt my egg, that's going to change. I'm going to tilt him down this way. So these are going to be the starts for drawing faces in various poses. So just like yesterday, once you take your straight on egg, if you want to go ahead and start to put in facial features, you can do that. Let's go over the eyes again. Remember, your eyes, if we start one, your widths should be about equidistant. So it's 3 eyes across. So this distance is equal to this, is equal to this. And you can go ahead and put your eyes in just like we did yesterday. I will go into more detail with the nose, but your nose is going to end about 1/3. So 1, 2, 3. You get the third. This is your hairline. This is between the eyes. Here's your nose, and here's your chin. So 1, 2, 3. And you can start to make the nose. Again, I'm going to do a video with more details on how to do the nose. Let's put the pupils in there so it's a little less creepy. Pupils and irises. And again, we can do our eyebrows. Remember, up and down, up and down. I like to sometimes put the little ball of the nose on there, like that. I will show you how to put the mouth in. So what I usually do is I start with that line between the lips. Not actually, the outline of the lips, but the line between. And I tell my students it's sort of like a long M. And we're gonna put it about 1/3 of the way down from the nose to the chin. So if we divide that into thirds, it's going to go right at this first third line. So let's put that in. I like to put that line in first because then I can just add in the lips however I please. And it gives me a good basis. Now with our head, remember the hair's going to sit up over the top. So start to think about where that hair is going. And I hate floating heads, so we're going to put in a neck. I always do the 2 pieces coming in like this, and then the rest of the neck like that. These are actually called the sternocleidomastoid. Woohoo! And also, when your eye line's here, the top of your ear is going to hit there, the bottom of your ear is going to hit around the nose, and it angles like this. That ear was a little pointy. That's okay. You know, every person's face is different, so there's not 100% correct, like, oh, it's always the third. There's always differences in people. So you don't have to keep that as an absolute rule. It's just something to help you. I'm going to start to put in some of the hair. Again, the hair can be however you want. It's like the fun part. This is just kind of a generic person because I'm not looking at anyone in particular. But maybe in the next couple days, I'll use a reference picture so we can actually look at a person. If you want to look at a reference picture, that's totally fine. And remember, it's easiest to draw this straight on person. That means that the center line's right in the middle. These 2 sides are equidistant or about equidistant. That's going to be your easiest kind of person to draw. The more you rotate your egg, the more difficult it's going to be. But if you practice with just drawing that egg, you're going to get better at drawing the face. And as soon as you rotate it, all of your proportions are going to change. We'll go over that later. But for now, I want you to just try straight on and try elaborating that out into a full face the best that you can. So that is our instructions for today. Of course, you can take your markers, you can take your pencils, color this up if you want. I'm not going to do that right now because that would be a really long video, but maybe I'll make a second video about coloring. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you for drawing with Mrs. Mills. See you tomorrow.